Let's do this up. Oh.
How you going, Yappy? Just I'm just doing I cut up some feet for my my lathe stand. It originally had rubber ones on there, and they were useless. They were just making it shake too much. So these, I've just marked out these lines all the way around, and I'm just going to Dremel out there for zip ties, like so they fit down inside it without making the bottom piece of the wood uneven. So, because the wood doesn't brace to the legs, it's just got, I've just bored out some holes for the bolt and nut to sit in. So I need to bolt them. I need to brace them down somehow, and that's about the only way I can think of with my lack of budget. They give you painkillers. Yeah. Yeah. How's that coffee going? What was that? Yeah, I could use my parting tool, Yappy, but knowing my luck, I'd dig a big bloody hole in it. I don't really want to waste any more wood, to be honest. So, right, I'll just hack at it with the Dremel instead. Can't do that for very long though. I can lathe for a couple of hours and use the Dremel for 10 minutes.
Hey, honey.
I've got a cup out here already, eh?
We'll cut this last of it. So 1, 2, 3. Plus square that makes 4. More. Ends. She puts.
You like Amber? You like Robbo's wife? You don't realise what camera's being used. That's why you got to stuff up with that.
Hello.
Y'all being played, fool.
Still nice and purple though.
What?
Okay.
Oh, on camera, yeah. All right. See you later. On your bike, Sonny.
My crate, yes. Back to work we go, Bubba. Okay.
Okay, lovely. That one might work. It's
Stand up
terrible,
beside
yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, she's all right. She's burning.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, she's on fire at the moment. Hey, how you going, Mike? If you can hear the train works in the background, they got well, they're generally used as diggers, but they've got them with train wheels on them, running up and down the tracks, doing stuff. putting in all the poles for the electrics. Oh man, Mike, I think you should go to bed, dude. Someone should take your phone off of you and you should go to bed. So I made I'll just tell you, Mike, I made some little legs for my lathe stand because the rubber ones on there were shit. So I just marked out because I'm going to put zip ties to hold these on because it's just the bolt and nut just sits in there underneath the lathe stand itself. No, I haven't got clamps big enough, Yappy. That's my shit department, the clamp section. I've got hardly any. And then the good clamps that I've got, I'm clamping my bench grinder to the bench. Anyway, so I'm just gonna cut these slots out here so that the zip ties fit in there flush with the wood. I got one big clamp, and I hate the bloody thing. I'm gonna buy those ones that clamp together, the ones you grip. I bought one of those ones that you slide up and down and then turn the pole underneath. A pain in the bum that is. Yeah. I've got other tools other than a lathe. Yeah, I think I have. I got these ones here. That'll do. It's close enough. Or I got this one here. Look at that. Dead on the money. This one's too big. This one is perfect. Oh, shit. Got Robbo's favourite tool at the moment. No, the metal hammer. Yeah, that's it. A little bit.
Where's JJ?
Huh? Right there.
Oh.
Open your bloody eyes.
Oh, in the sun.
You whacker. There isn't shook forward. There isn't. It's going to edge itself off. Oh yeah. Where's this mouse? I gotta mute it. I need to swear. See? But now it's gone and done what I didn't want it to do. And shit me off. You look worse than Robbo, did you, Mike? Some bum offered Mike some money. Did you go and buy him a drink for that or what? Eh? If the swear word every now and then slips out, that's just stiff shit at the moment. Because I'm slightly annoyed.
Shit's not exactly a swear word.
What?
Shit isn't exactly a swear word.
No, but I said the F word. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not. But...
Oh, you said fridge?
Yeah. I thought fridge was a swear word. It's like, I'm going outside. You can chat amongst yourselves if you want. Oh, shitting me off.
Yeah. Well, he's come to see how you're going, Daddy.
Oh, mate. I'll drink more water. Yeah, no credit cards here either. Who needs that stupid debt? It's just bank debt. You know, the government put more debt on you. Oh, you didn't pay that fee? Here, have another fee. Oh, you couldn't afford that one? Here, have another one. Yeah. I live in it. I live in the have cash or go without right now. Well, that's going to be a short life for me. I've had enough already. Especially the lack of sleep, to be honest. Just another reason to give the kids another vaccine, Yuppie. Another vaccine that gives you a cold. Get me started on that propaganda stuff. Shavings from this wood looks really nice all over my floor, though. Show me your bowl. Show me the money! You know what they can do with that saying? Burn it with all the money that the Reserve Bank makes, you see, and prints it out whenever they want it. It's not a bowl, Yappy. It's going to be a box. Yeah. It's the wood's stinking hard. It's like I think I could turn a rock quicker than I've turned this, to be honest. And the amount of bug holes it's got in there, it's got where is it? Down there. There's a bug hole here. This is one bug hole here. The bug's still in it. So that's my wood. It's nice, kind of reddy, pinky shavings all over my shed floor at the moment. It's not bad at all. Don't mind it. Right, all of that. Hello. Look at this stranger. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to turn my speakers on. What was that?
Sorry?
I said I had to turn my speakers on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing any turning. I was just Yappy wanted to see he thought it was a bowl, but I corrected him. But yeah, he wanted to see it. What's going on? Got any work done?
Yeah, I have actually.
That's all right then. So I've just been
What?
carving it out
Right.
for the zip ties to go in. For
Oh,
my,
yeah. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah.
I was doing that, and then the Dremel was just getting to me too much, like nerve wise. So I
Yeah.
stopped, turned it off, and ended up cutting it with a saw and chiseling it out with one of these. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading through the chat, and
Oh yeah.
I can relate. I can relate to Mike about needing a shave or something. God, I look like a bum.
At least you didn't have one coming off you some money.
Well, I haven't been out. They can't.
And I've been using your favourite tool, Robbo.
No, that's all right. You can use it on that. I don't care.
Yeah, so it's not much going on here. Oi,
Hey.
scare the crap out of me, dog.
Yeah, big boy.
Randomly walk around barking.
No, next door's out. Was
Hello.
out.
Hello, Amber. How are you?
Hi, Robbo. I'm doing okay.
You know, half the time, right? She doesn't want to talk in the live. Not being rude to anyone. She just would rather just be quiet and do her thing. And then she'll say something or she'll answer me, and then someone will go, "Hello, Amber," and she's like, they heard me. So she's not being rude. She's just being Amber.
Mm. Yeah. Good day, Mike. Good day, Yarpy. How are you?
And the train works today, Robbo.
Oh, yeah.
I think they moved in next door. To be honest.
No, we've had I've just had the electrician down. We've got a bloody smoke detector that's acting up.
Oh yeah.
So he looked at it. He said, "Yeah, stuffed." So
Yep.
he said, "That's why it's been acting up."
Yeah. Past its due date. Do you have to have them hardwired, or can you have a battery in yours?
No, they all
Yeah, we have to have them hardwired in the house.
Yeah.
But they have a battery backup as well. That's the thing. But
Yeah.
what had happened was the circuit. Whoever replaced the batteries last time, and it wasn't me. Jesus, you're noisy, Amber.
Dragging a ball and chain around.
gotta get work done.
The last bloke that put it in must have cracked the bloody circuit board in half.
Oh yeah. Pushing the battery in too hard.
Don't know.
We have we've got a battery pack in ours, and it just plugs in with one wire, like a. Yeah. Anyway, that battery lasts 10 years.
Yeah.
It's not hardwired, but that's just the housing commission here. They're lazy.
Yeah, no, ours are hardwired. Yeah, sometimes that happens there too. People want more for second-hand garbage than they want from new thing.
Yeah.
And you got to know your prices.
Yeah. I know what areas to go driving down when it's hard rubbish. I'll tell you. You pick up some good stuff.
No, see, I've been doing some work. I got my turning jacket on, so I must have been.
Oh, I can't see that from here. Your big red name goes across it.
Yeah.
What, Swan? Sean?
Sorry?
Oh, it's all right. Just me not reading stuff properly. Don't worry about it. I couldn't believe how cheap that guy was saying he could print stuff off this morning. But 8 cents, it's like, are you kidding?
Yeah, well, that's right. But that's only material cost. He wasn't counting the cost of electricity and everything into that.
Yeah.
And like, I'd look at something like that and say, right, yeah. No, this one cost me $800, you know, because I had to buy the machine to do it. By the time you get to 1,000, then you're getting down to the 10 cents or 20 cents each.
Yes.
It's like a friend of mine, believe it or not, he makes the straws. Well, he used to. I think they've been knocked on the head now because they're plastic. But he makes the straws for Slurpees. They're the big diameter straws.
Yep.
They can't get them in America. He exports them to America. And they're 2 automatic machines. They cost $500,000 each. And they just run all by themselves all day, all night. And they ring him up if they start running out of plastic or run out of this, or the tolerances are getting too great on them.
Yep.
He said it's the best thing he ever did, but he said it took him 12 months to get the cost of the machines back again, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you want to ask me, Mike? I don't on the first date.
Here you go, Yuppie. This is what he wants. One of these, all right? That's a mini lathe. Minus the stickers, of course. And the dust. So you need to get him a stand, unless you're going to build him a stand, get him one like that. You can knock one of them up out of if you got a welder or something. What are you whistling at then?
Oh, just whistling along with the tune. I forget something. Right. How are you going to turn the end of the spindle for starters? Like, you're going to turn it halfway and then turn it round. And how long are the spindles? And what diameter?
And yes, he changed his undies this morning.
Well, how are you going to turn the free end if you haven't got it in a tailstock? That's what I'm asking.
Did you hear that motorbike revving through yours on your end?
No, all I can hear is somebody rattling something.
Yeah, me.
No.
You're eating something and it's giving me the bloody munchies, so now I'm putting something in my grub. Do you have a delivery boy that goes around on his push bike and delivers papers, Yappy? Get him to do that. Or see if you have news agents where you buy your newspaper and stuff from and magazines. See if they've got a job with the person that goes around chucking the Daily Mail or the Weekend Mail or something like that on their lawn.
All right. Can I ask what they're going to be, Mike?
So he's becoming like his father, Yappy. His toys are getting more expensive.
You got the Xbox?
We can still get a paper delivered here. We still have a dude that drives around in a car and throws it out his window on your front lawn or on your porch if it's close enough. Did you end up doing that lamp, Robbo?
Yeah, I've done about 6 or 7 of them since I last saw you.
Yep. Putting water in this this rust mix.
Yeah.
It's made the steel wool float.
Yeah. And have you loosened the lid?
Yeah.
It's got to let air in there as well.
Yeah. No, last time it got stuck on, I couldn't get it off.
Yeah, right. Ah, right. Wow. This is a bit of a hard one, Mike, I'll tell you. All right. Do you have a chuck, do you?
Only after he's been drinking. Can't you just knock up a bed extension, Mike? You're pretty handy.
That was going to be my next thing. If it's on a bench, you can put a bed extension in and just clamp the tailstock down to that.
Yeah. He's pretty handy with metalwork. He made himself an imitation Pro Edge. That plane's landing. Chopper's landing.
Another thing you could do, Mike, and it's a bit of extra work, but you could keep the square section square, drill 2 holes in each, like drill a hole in each end of it, and then turn the ball and the spike with a tenon on it and fit them together. Put a bead where they meet so that it doesn't show up. Or if you can get the length, what you do is you put the short, use your square bit and then put the ball on the end of that and attach the top part. But the only way to do it with a steady is you've got to make a square block. Wait on, I'll go and get one.
I wonder if you could have the steady hanging off the end. If you could make a stand for the steady to sit on, so you could have that hanging off the bed of your lathe, maybe. You know those wheels you can put your foot on and lock down, like one of those or something. Want drink, Amber?
No, I'm done, thank you, darling. I'm not going today. That took a bit longer than I thought.
The only way you could do it with a steady is do this. Like this was for skinny flag poles. We used to fit the timber through there because they were that thin over 6 meters that they used to whip. We couldn't get a gouge in there in the middle to get them round and put our centre steadies on. So we put this in and then put the steady around that, hold them square. And when we got up to the centre, we just moved it along a little bit and put a normal centre in then. Normal steady in. But it's still, you still got to have somewhere to put the tool rest so you can turn the ball on the end or the pin on the other end. So probably drilling them is your best bet and gluing them together. But you have to get them fairly accurate too.
Yeah. See, if anything, I had a live so Mike could ask a question. Now, I think you have to give Robbo about 10% of whatever you get paid now.
Okay, you caboose monkey, I'm out of here.
All right. Are you making another coffee?
Yeah, I don't even know what time it is. What is the time?
10 to 3.
No.
I'll sleep. I'll be right.
What's your head, Papa?
Yeah, what I've done, in order to drill accurate holes, I build a table on the lathe bed that lines up with the centre of the piece that I'm drilling. I take it 3 or 4 inches. You put a centre in there and then put a chuck in the headstock with a drill bit in it, and you slide the timber up onto it so that it drills at dead centre and straight. You can use your tailstock if you need to push it up onto the drill bit. Yeah, well, it's probably worth, if it's fairly regular stuff, then you're probably better off doing it that way, like making a proper table and everything to drill the whole centre hole perfectly, and then do the other bit with a tenon on, and that'll come in dead right then. But you need a detail where the two pieces meet, so it's got to be, it can't be a cove. The best thing of the lot is a bead, because you can put the join at the bottom of a bead if you have to.
Need to build an extension for your shed so you can have have your bed extension connected. I was looking at sheds the other day, and I reckon I'll get a 3 by 2.5 meter. I was going to get the 3 meter, but it takes up too much room.
Yeah, well, sorry, Jay, that's definitely the best way of doing it. If you can do it in one piece, that's by far the best way of doing it. When are you doing the roof on your workshop, are you, or is it a group of factories or something? Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, a bed extension is your best bet, and do it that way. Then, of course, you need a longer tool rest as well to do the long end, probably.
That's pretty much what I live in, Yappy.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. There you go and go and look on Google Maps at my address, Yappy, and have a look
Go
at
down the street view.
Yeah, and look at how tiny my house is. It's a 2-story, but ain't much of one. Yeah, we like our. Sorry, go.
No, we have housing estates like that, Yappy, which are brand new houses, 3, 4, 5 bedroom houses, and they're built that close together that the eaves actually touch over the fence. And I'm not joking, if you're in the dunny, they can hand you the toilet paper.
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Do you really need to smell what they're doing in there? You know, it's that close. Isn't that that's 4D, isn't it? That's what they call that, not 3D, 4D with the extra smell.
Yeah, but no, we're lucky. We're on half an acre.
I'll show you, Mike. I can't show you one of the legs because I've got one out, one of the feet, but it originally had tiny rubber feet on it, and they made the lathe bounce. So I made up pieces of wood, and I put them underneath.
And it was too low.
And it was too low, yes, and that raised it to the perfect height. So they work nice, but I'd like them to be a little bit more stable in the bolting department.
Yeah, slums of the future, I call them, Yappy.
That's the same everywhere around here, Yappy. You can't avoid it.
Well, originally they had 4 to the acre.
Yeah.
It was the thing. Now they're fitting 5 and 6 to the acre because the real estate agents or the land developers have convinced councils that high density housing is better.
Yeah. Well, every normal size house here that's got a decent sized front and backyard that gets knocked down gets at least 3 to 4 houses put on it.
Yep.
And they don't really have a backyard. They got enough to have a pop out clothesline, and that's it, and enough room to park your car out the front, and that's it.
Yeah, and they cut the lawn with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, pretty much. If that's if they got lawn.
Yeah.
There's one we've been watching. We go past quite regularly. Been watching it build over the last couple of months, and it's definitely not made for fat people, I tell you. You'd have to turn sideways to get in the door.
It's a bit hard to add weight to this particular stand without a little bit of welding and various other things because it's just 2 legs that poke up.
Oh, shit. Because I don't have.
Yeah. Good day, Sid.
How you going, Sid? Pretty sure I sent you a link, but yeah, cool. I don't really have much facilities, Yappy, or the money to go and buy them to do stuff. So I've got to try and use what I've got around the house. I do get money fortnightly, but it's not much.
What you could do, Jay, actually, is buy 4 sandbags and put them over the legs. Put one on each side of the T-piece, and that'd help it a lot.
All right, I'll do that.
You coming in, Sid, or are you going to stay out there?
No, he wants to stay in the cold.
I watched your mushroom this morning, Sid. Very good.
Yeah, it came out all right. You don't need a tool. That worked fine with what you got.
Oh, no, it works better with a $60 tool. Oh, yeah. All right. Good day. Go on now, nick off.
Get out of here.
What are we having for lunch today, Sid? Potato cakes again?
Have too many of those and you'll start looking like one.
Grilled fish. That's some grilled blue grenadier I like.
What's that, a sea fish? I've never heard of it.
Hey?
I said, is that a sea fish? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of a smart ass answer for you, Sid, about speeding up the video. I actually, just for the hell of it, I actually slowed it down while I played it back because my playback thingos can slow it down to about quarter speed. So
YouTube does that.
Sorry?
You can do that on YouTube in the settings.
I know you can, yeah. Yeah, that's right. The 4 times speed's about the speed I do them in.
So how'd you find? Did you like that that video editor, Sid? Pretty easy to use. What are you nibbling on now?
Just debating whether to have a fruity chew or perhaps a biscuit. I'm just the decisions I have to make.
I know, hey. It'll make you pull your hair out. Oh, too late, you had it cut off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when they cut it off this time, there's more vacant space in there too.
Don't remember it being that much?
No. Either my hair's slipping down or I'm growing up.
We'll go with the second one, eh?
That's a bummer.
Oh, bugger. Yeah, I got a 64 gig SD card I keep if I have to do anything on a tablet or anything, so I'm guaranteed it don't run out.
Yes, I must admit, one of the videos I did once early on in the piece, I spent an hour and a half talking to myself to get the footage. When I went to check, I hadn't pressed the record button.
You bloody wally.
Yeah.
Kind of calling myself that at the same time. I don't know how many times I've done that. Mind you, it wasn't really turning then, was it? Really? Before you came along is what I'm trying to say.
No, I've got to admit that you've come a long way.
Oh, from the porch to the shed, that's not really that far. It's only a couple of metres.
Yeah. Do you like that negative rake scraper, do you, Jay?
Hey, laddie, I do.
God.
You know what I'm going to do with that tool, don't you? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were not going to answer it because you know the answer. Paint didn't mix very well. Damn. What the hell?
Yeah, well, with your gable finials, Mike, you'll have plenty of practice.
It might not, Sid. The tablet I had, it only went up to. Well, sorry, it might actually work. I'll take that back because the tablet I had said it only went up to a 32 gig, and I put a 64 in it, and it recognised it. So.
Yes, Mike, it was. Works well, doesn't it, Jay?
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Your negative rake scraper.
Yes.
Like it's a bit. The grinding's a bit rough around the edges, but that's all right.
That side's all right. The other side's got the diamond facets in it, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll soon straighten that out. You don't have to worry. On negative rake scrapers, you really don't have to worry about that edge, that's all.
Yep.
As long as that's sharp, it works.
Yep. Yeah, for a change, I didn't stuff it up, Mike. That's normally my technique. waste this much of the metal stuffing it up too much. Like my bowl gouge. Right. There's not much metal left on that.
No, but what you can do, Jay, is grind a flat down from that flute so that it still fits in the jig.
All right.
But you've got to make sure that it's dead even all the way down.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to ask you, Robbo, too. I don't think the sanding seal is going to be enough to stop this wood from cracking on me.
Might slow it down a little bit.
It's got more cracks in it now than when it did when I went inside earlier. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I put another couple of doses of sanding sealer on it since I've been out here. So.
Yeah.
I'm questioning, do I take it off the chuck and put it in some shavings overnight?
Well, I'd leave it on the chuck. I wouldn't take it off because there's a good chance that you won't get it back on again.
Yeah, because of the swelling. Like, because I've only got a little bit of shavings that I can use. Only a little bucket. So
yeah, well, if you... Wait on.
When the time is released.
Yeah, you could do it that way, Mike. Have you got one of those cable-operated router lathes, have you?
What is a router lathe?
Well, you put a router in on it. It's got a cable that runs along the length of the bed, and you wind a handle at the end, and while the timber's rotating, the router is actually moving along, and you can put templates and things behind it, and it copies it. It doesn't. It really. They leave a bit of a rough finish, really, but they're mainly made for doing barley twists and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, they go. They either go in my front or backyard. Yappy. Like I tip it out, and then I pick out all the bits of sandpaper and all that kind of stuff, and rags and stuff, and throw them in the bin. But the garden's liking it so far. Might as well chuck it back in. That's where it came from, didn't it?
Well, as I said, we're on half an acre, and the reason that Henry was built was for doing one job at the time. That many shavings came off it that we built up the complete perimeter around the garden, around the perimeter of the block, by 1 foot in 4 days.
Wow.
So I had to find something else to get rid of it. And we had blokes from chook sheds. We used to have a lot of poultry farms around us and horses and stuff. And they all brought their trailers down. We just loaded it straight into trailers for them.
Yeah. I don't know how you get sawdust and shavings certified, but if you can actually sell it to pet stores as hamster bedding.
But
What?
I bet you have to pay for it.
That wouldn't surprise me. That's the government, isn't it?
Yep.
Or council, either way. Same ship.
Yeah, the only problem with them, Yarpy, they do good. They do nice spirals, but you got a bit of sanding on them. But they only put a spiral in one way. And most things that are made have an opposing spiral at each end, at each side of everything. So a mate of mine's got one actually. So what we do is we used to turn the posts around to do it the other way around.
Hello, lurker.
I got a tree person there, have we?
Yeah. People talking to in the room, not saying nothing. I don't really care. I just thought I'd say hello to them, you know. Oh, come on. Nah, that's it. You're banned. Get out. That's it. See you later. Thanks for coming. That's just downright rude, I tell you. Especially so close to my dinner time. It's like, oh.
That's what I was gonna say. No eating before dinner, see? You won't be able to fit your dinner in if you have that.
I could eat a whole packet of these and it wouldn't do nothing but give me wind.
Do you know how much sugar's in those?
I don't know. It says sugar free though.
Ah, yes. The way that it works is the law says that anything under 0.5 grams I don't have to worry about.
Yep.
But in that whole packet, there's 84 grams of sugar or some bloody thing. What they did when they licensed it was put it in just as each individual little tic-tac. Very sneaky.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I forgot that you can attach the cable at the bottom of the top.
How you going, Stace?
Hello, Stacey.
Long time no see. Yeah. Right. Yeah, one of them.
How big's your workshop, Mike? Must be a reasonable size if you've got 2 scaffolds in there. Yeah, what you doing, man? Oh, yeah. Right. Not as big as I thought it was. Hello, back again.
That's what I like about StreamYard. If I just did this straight to YouTube, that would have been the end of the live.
Yep.
Well, how about you send me one, Stace, while you're at it? I've only been waiting about 8 months, but you know.
There you are, Stace. You can bop around the workshop now. Do your disco.
Can't hear it. You have to turn it off.
That sounds like, yeah, the check's in the mail.
I expected a bloody response from her. A bit like Amber in that sense. And Robbo knows I don't mind being griped at. I'm always in a shade of shit. It just depends on what shade it is for the day.
And the depth.
And the depth, yeah, that's it. Oh, heavy breather. You're not going to get Stace that way, Robbo.
What's that?
You were breathing heavy in the microphone.
Ah. Yeah, I've been told that. Happens occasionally.
It was only while you were rolling your cigarette.
No, that's because I had it down like that. It was reflecting off my jacket.
Oh, yeah, likely story.
No, Julie complains that I breathe heavy too, like when we used to go to the theatres and that. She'd say, geez, you breathe heavy? I said, yeah, well, I'm feeling claustrophobic, that's why.
Yep. So what colour's the cigarette extender today?
Sorry?
What colour's the cigarette extender today?
Black. My favourite one. Oh,
That's Stacey's
man.
favourite colour too. Look at that, eh?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Bit of wind over there today, Jay.
No, that's they're grinding. They're putting it.
No, I was watching the trees behind you
The
there.
breeze. Oh, no, that's a pretty cruisy breeze. That one, pretty steady.
Oh, yeah. We haven't
That's
got
a-
any wind at all there today.
That's a China doll tree. That one. It's normally people have them in their house.
Yes, we've got one outside our back door that was inside the house, and it's 15 feet high. It looks fantastic, I must admit.
Yeah, not far. Ours is mostly not far off, maybe a little bit taller, and that was it.
Does yours?
It's in the ground.
Yeah. Does yours drop chicken bones?
Just leaves and crap everywhere all the time.
Yeah. No, ours flowers.
Yeah.
And then they only last a day. They fall off.
Yep.
And they land on our deck at the back.
Yep.
And I went in there one night after knocking off here, and in the moonlight, I thought, what the hell are all these bloody chicken bones all over the deck? Because that's what they look like, you know.
Yes. If you don't go out the back for 24 hours, you might actually miss the flower.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they never flowered this year, but every other year we've been here, they have. We went and bought one and put it down about 4 meters down, so we can have another one growing there because they're so brittle. But every year, I swear, half of it breaks off in the wind.
Yeah, ours has never broken branches off, so.
No.
I must admit, it's pretty protected behind the house, so.
Yeah, no, ours is like the only protection it's got is the fence that separates the yards.
Oh, yeah.
What now, Stace? What are we doing?
What now, brown cow?
Oh no. Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh no, that's a naughty song to have in your head.
Oh, you must be saying I'm not. Something I'm not.
Oh no, there's an American song where it's talking about getting it on with your missus in the barn. Ain't nobody watching. It's just pretty funny, but it's a bit like, what the? Oh, sorry, it's just brown chicken, brown cow. It's one of the lines in it. What can I say? Ask Doug about it. He lives on a farm. Oh, did we? Well, I've got a goldfish memory, so I don't remember back that far. Sorry, Stace. What are you doing, mate?
Good.
So what's for tea tonight, folks?
I would say roast pork in our place.
Oh. Really? Get out. I've had enough of this. I'm having meatballs and roast veg.
Mm-hmm.
Patties, meatballs, same thing. There's one squashed and the other one isn't. 1 sec, I'll go back.
No, I think all I said was that, oh, yeah, I've heard that before about the checks in the mail.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yes. Yes. No, I first heard that song, Mike. I heard that on Moon Pie Production on his one of his videos. And I said, I commented to him, I'd never heard the song before, and I said it sounds like porn music. He's dead on the money, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't me that mentioned it. It was Yarpy.
Put your microphone back down, Robbo.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was Yarpy that said Stace. I think that's where we got tangled up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Now I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah, Stacey's
Yeah,
favourite
and Jay.
colour. There you go.
Jay said Stacey's favourite colour.
Black, man. Got any black? Go to bed. Wouldn't your alarm clock have gone off maybe about an hour ago? What?
Yes, Yarpy. I have the same problem, Mike. I can be dead on my feet at 4 o'clock, and then I start waking up again about 7 o'clock, and can work until midnight then. But if I went to bed at 4 o'clock, I'd be awake at bloody 9:30 or something, and stay awake all night then.
Mike said his alarm went off 30 minutes ago. What did it go off for? To remind you to eat?
No, remind him to go to bed.
Yeah. Have you got an Irish alarm clock? Wow. It does the opposite. It tells you to go to bed. Yeah, that was political, wasn't it? Any of my Irish friends? A Halloween bird. What the?
Yeah, what the hell's a Halloween bird?
Are you talking about the crow? Or a raven?
Put your glasses on then, Stace. Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Nice one, Yappy. Yeah, I don't need a soul. I'm coming back to haunt people. That's my plan. I've got some unfinished business. I've got ghosts in my house, so I'm going to go and haunt some other bugger's house.
Oh, ghosts and haunt me too.
Oh, we got actual ghosts in this house. I've seen them in my peripheral vision. I know what you're talking about. Oh, we used to film the cats on our phone, skitzing out, chasing, like, just look like they're chasing nothing. And then when you watch it back on your phone, you can see orbs. They're actually chasing orbs, and orbs were buzzing around their heads and stuff. So quite trippy to see. But it has to be on a HD camera. You can't pick it up on any other camera. How you going, Tommy?
G'day, Tommy.
Skillies. What's that? Sounds like a scallywag.
I liked your live this morning, Tommy. I played it back after we'd finished having our meeting, so.
It is. It's some people on this big blue rock do Halloween, so I suppose you're kind of right there, Yappy. I don't know, like the kids, they don't come to my house for trick or treat because, as far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna say trick or treat, then I'm giving you a trick. Don't say it if you don't mean that. Don't go to everyone's house and expect lollies because you ain't getting it here. They've learnt they don't come here anymore. There's only so many times a kid's going to walk up to your house knowing damn well he's going to get some...
An orb is like a sphere. Yappy?
Yeah. It's what some ghosts or it's what some people become when they die, or something like that anyway. They've got direction anyway. They don't just float around like a bit of dust. And there's different sizes and yeah. You can't see it while you're recording on a HD camera, but you got to play it back and then you can see it. They're hiding.
And basically what they're describing is an orb of light, which is supposed to represent the soul of a person, basically.
Yeah. You can see through it, but it's got an opaque look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's heaps of them in this house, ranging from little ones to big ones, and yeah. They seem to follow. They follow each other. It's very odd to see. The ghosts in this house, they're getting more powerful. They move stuff. We'll be upstairs watching the telly, and the cats will be up there too. So there's nobody downstairs, and we hear the scratching pole getting scratched like a cat's scratching the scratching pole, but they're both upstairs. It's like, go down there, and it's like, how you going?
In the past life, Mike, I spent 2 months in a Buddhist monastery in Thailand. And I'm like you, Yappy. No, Halloween's never been popular in Australia until the last 10 years or so, has it, Jay? And
Yeah.
people thought, oh, here's another one we can make money out of, so they do.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just a money rort. That's all it is. Just before Christmas. How's that, eh? Nice.
Yeah. Well, it fills in a gap between Easter and Christmas.
Yeah. I don't believe in any religion, to be honest. To be honest, I'd grab little bits from bits and pieces and have my own. No, I don't. Whatever.
Well, the whole thing with religion is the basis of religion is all the same. And it's do to people what you'd want them to do to you.
Yeah. Well, like there's heaps of religions that just loosely follow the Bible, but they claim to be all different. It's stupid. Why don't you take the phone in there, Stace? Turn it up really loud, and we'll wake the kids up.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'll go back to my regimental sergeant major's voice.
I'll go find a kookaburra in the tree back there.
Yeah.
One.
Bloody ridiculous. A friend of mine lived in the street every Saturday night about 2 o'clock Sunday morning. About 4 or 5 blokes would walk along with bloody baseball bats or bits of wood or something and knock all the letterboxes off the fences, if they could. So a friend of mine rang me up, Jeffrey, and he said, Robbo, can you build me a letterbox? And I said, yeah, why? He said, well, I wanted a 1/4 inch thick steel. I said, why? And he told me that the kids were breaking them all. He'd put about 3 up there, you know. So we built this 1/4 inch steel thing. Now, he's an audio bloke, used to do audio stage work and stuff like that and set up stereo systems in theatres and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 o'clock one morning, these kids come along. They got the bat and took a mighty, he had a camera on it too. And he was sitting in the lounge room in the dark watching it. And the kid swung the bat back and went whack, and that like this, you know. And then the voice, then a speaker lit up with 5 seconds to self-destruct. And 4 seconds to self-destruct. And the kids ran out of there like buggery, and they never had any more trouble in the neighbourhood.
Funny.
If my kids didn't get out of bed, I used to just hit the panic alarm on our big burglar system in the place, the alarm system, and just walk out. You couldn't sleep through that alarm, I tell you.
I think Amber would sleep through a hurricane.
Why do you frighten them, Stace?
You should put a white streak in your hair, Stace. Just one white streak.
Yeah, look like Morticia.
Yeah.
All right, see you later, Mike. Good chatting to you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Mike. Go get some bloody sleep. Come on.
Enjoy your breakfast.
If you're going to knock on someone's door, you could at least have a brown paper bag full of fresh shit and light it and run away. Far out. At least it's funny to see him stepping on the bag to put the fire out and getting splattered and shit. Or another good one. If they got door handles that they have to put their hand right in to open up. Bit of poopies on that one too. If you can get into their car, put it under their seat, under the driver's seat. All right, the best one, right? The best one. This one works guaranteed. You don't have to go inside their car. Get a corn cob. Make sure you eat the corn off it first, though, all right? Then you go around to the exhaust pipe.
Potato works better.
Potato. My uncle had it done to him once. There's a corn cob. I reckon they shoved it in like nearly 3/4 of the corn cob. He could not start that car for ages. He's going, what's going on here? He goes around the back. Oh, you little bastards. It's good if you don't want the person to go anywhere in a hurry, that's for sure. I'm going to mute myself for a sec. I was got to make some noise.
Ah, right. So, Tommy, are you at work or you're still at home? All right. See you shortly, Sid. Ah, yeah. like that lathe you've got. I've got one similar out the back. It doesn't see the light of day very often because, as I say, I don't do many bowls, but it'll spin just on 8 feet.
Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty cool. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and we used to use it for doing big wall plaques and things when we dealt with interior designers.
Oh yeah, that would make Amber's like big 10-foot round clock that she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just
That's to me, Yappy, or is it to Tommy? Jesus, Jay. Sounds like you're inside a bass drum.
yeah, that's my shed. I'm just modifying my new monitor stand. I'm just putting it back up there to make sure it fits before I bolt it down.
Ideal Halloween. They should scrap it all together, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even though it's an English tradition, believe it or not.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
I would have said American, actually.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, I like Jappy's version. Yappy's version, sorry. The kids out the front are squealing like someone's chopping their arm off.
Yeah, the one similar that I've got, Tommy, is was in a pattern maker's work. So I used to make the manhole covers, make the molds for the manhole covers so they could be put into made in cast iron.
Just get some black and orange spray paint, Stay, she'll be right. Just go nuts. Do you guys have like affordable housing for unemployed and stuff like that over there? It's called Housing Commission here. Doesn't sound very nice. Doesn't sound very nice with their official name either. Housing SA. I didn't just put bloody sugarcoating it.
Yes, they do. They have council houses over there, they're called.
Oh, okay. Funny how different we run things, isn't it? Considering we're supposed to be still under the Queen's thumb, even though we're really not. They've changed the constitution that many times. It's nothing what the Queen made it. Oh yeah. Oh, the homeless for us, they live in the units we've got right outside, but I've got to drive through them to get to my townhouse. It's like one bedroom, you know. Toilet, shower, and bedroom all in one. It's like, oh. That's right. Yeah, exactly. She's been asked to denounce her royalness anyway when she steps down, and all the rest of them, and that's what they should do. I don't like the idea of us being a republic or something like that though, but no, what are you meant to do, eh? When all the royals are all jet setting around in their millionaire islands, you know. Bloody hell, Yappy. We've got them here like that too, but they got shelters here, but they only house X amount per night, and when they're full, like, no mate, we're full, get out. Oh look, it's been 2 hours. Must be time to stop.
Yeah, getting close, I'd say.
Yeah. Look at that. Tommy said he'd be back in 10. Might not be here in 10.
No. He must be
on his 5-mile trek to his workshop.
Yeah.
It's a long backyard, eh?
Yep.
No one stays. Because my dinner will be ready in about 20 minutes. Give or take. Oh, I don't mind. I can leave the live running. Don't get me wrong. Right, I got unlimited internet, and I'll be lucky if I use 200 gig, maybe 300 gig a month. Whatever. I can leave it running 24/7 if you really want. I just pointed out at the trees so you got something to look at other than my ugly mug. Yeah? Hey, does your China doll tree, does it get seeds? Like these really long string bean seed pods? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get the rosellas. They come and they eat the bark off of the
No, we only see rosellas over here and galahs.
Yeah.
At about the end of November. We've got a big flowering gum tree out the front. It turns bright crimson then.
Oh,
and the birds come from everywhere for it. Absolutely fascinating watching them sometimes.
Yeah. No, we got a pretty much a fully grown lily pilly tree out the front with purple.
Yeah,
and the
we got a lily pilly as well.
And then we got They come periodically and check on the berries on the palm tree,
Oh,
see
yeah.
if they're ripe or not. And then they stop over at the China doll tree, have a nibble on the bark, break some bark off, nibble on the seeds and stuff like that, and off they go into the lily pilly tree. Have
Yeah.
quite a good feed here.
Yeah, if they didn't do that, plants wouldn't grow.
No. And I swear, black and blue, right? When I've seen documentaries where the parrots they sometimes wait until the fruit's fermenting, so they get drunk on it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Oh, you should hear them up in the top of the tree in the rubber tree. It'd be 40 foot tall at least, and they're up there squawking and carrying on like drunken idiots.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, we have a flowering gum tree. Yarpy. Come the end of November, I'll show you. Or January. Sometimes it waits until January before it flowers, but geez, it's in an awkward place. It's right outside my workshop door, but it's such a beautiful looking tree when it flowers.
Yeah.
It stays there.
Yeah, we got all down my street, or all the street that my court's on. It's all ironbark all the way down, just like or ironbark, and it just covers the road in red after they've been.
Yeah. Well, that's what my driveway's like. Come about a week before Christmas, it's just perfectly red all the way over.
Yep. That's the carpet for Santa Claus to land on.
That's it. or it could be for me to come home. Red carpet treatment.
You haven't got the hair to flick around now?
Oh, yes, I can do the royal wave. Yeah, well, you probably haven't got any. You probably haven't got any ficifloras over there. That's why. Why? What do you want to ask me?
All right, I'm going to shut it down before he can ask. Bye. What? Yappy? Come on. Can you get hold of any big animal bones, Yappy? You can make stuff out of that too. I'll warn you though, it stinks when you turn it, but phew, makes nice stuff. I've only turned deer antler. So. I know it's the lag between StreamYard and YouTube, but man, he's taking his time, isn't he, or what?
Yeah.
Going on there, my dear? Oh, okay. Good. Okay. There you go. You've been granted an extra half an hour. Shouldn't even have to type it, Yappy. Just put your phone up to your mouth up to your phone and say it. And it should say it. Should type it for you. Whoa.
I have no idea, Yarpy, without seeing it, and even then I might not know.
Are you sure the sparks are coming off the wood? Because not even red does that here, and that's hard like a rock. Put it on a bench grinder and see if you can sharpen a tool with it. If it sparks, it might be better for that. You never know. Can't quite make out what that music is. I turn it up louder and it doesn't get any better.
What? In the background here?
Yeah.
It's the Bee Gees.
Oh, there you go. That's why I couldn't recognise it.
Now, teak is normally a very oily timber.
No, not really. Didn't even notice you were gone, to be honest.
Oh, I did, Sid. I was heartbroken when you left.
You should go back and watch, Sid. Just skip back about 10 minutes. You've been watching too much Kill Bill. You watched Kill Bill, Robbo?
Yeah, I saw it a while ago. But I don't think I saw all of it. I think I only saw bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of one of those movies you got to sit down and watch it. Oh, really? Oh, you're only sending it to Robbo now. Oh.
Could be lignum vitae.
Might be from a an old wharf or something, Yappy, more than a old ship, like a jetty or something like that, or whatever you call them over there. Send me the bloody picture so I can look at it then, so I know what you're talking about.
Well, it could be Merbu as well, but that's not that hard, really. Like, I turn a lot of Mervu.
Can you see that all right? The purple in that?
No, not really, Jay. It's reflecting too much light.
That's a purple stain that I made. Not too bad.
Check your messenger, Jay.
Yeah. Joy. Yep, Jappy, thank you. I've seen that come through.
No, it actually means the wood of life. Stace, lignum vitae.
Oh, that's nice wood.
Hard, yes.
How many times did you have to sharpen your tools during that one, Yappy? Every 5 seconds or what?
Tommy's back.
How you going, Tommy? I heard that packet rattle and I was like, right, you mangle, you're going on mute. Oh, that might be, you might have to do one cut. Hey, would you be able to put a grinding wheel on the end of your lathe, on the headstock on the other end of it there?
What for?
Save space. Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I've seen lathes that have had a sanding disc on the end, on the other end of the head.
During the Second World War, or
Yeah.
just prior to the Second World War, a lot of lathe manufacturers used to put it out there,
Yeah.
so that it could sharpen the tools with it. Now, Comet, which is a Nova lathe,
Yep.
or a Technitool, they've got you can buy a fitting to put a grinding wheel on that. Yeah, shortbread creams.
I was just thinking it would make sense when Yappy's doing that really solid stuff. You know, if you could just go just lean across like that and sharpen it and then go straight back into it without having to turn anything on or off.
Well, my grinder sits on Henry right at the tailstock when I'm working.
Yeah. But you could mostly sit your that car you've got there too on Henry too. And still get a decent bit turned.
Yeah, like I said, it could be lignum vitae. Yappy.
Can you oh, you can't get to the chat, can you?
No.
I was going to say type it in so I could search for it, but how do you spell it?
Right, yeah, wait on. I'll just empty my mouth out. L for Lima.
Yeah.
I for India.
Yeah.
N for November.
Yeah.
No, sorry. LIG. G for golf.
Yeah.
N for November.
Yeah.
U for uncle.
Yeah.
M for Mary.
Oh yeah, it's come up now.
Yeah, we probably would. Vitae. VITAE.
Gesundheit. Oh, Amber sneezed. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to yell it. Oh yeah, I reckon it is. To be honest, it looks like it.
Well,
No,
particularly if you found it on a beach or something like that.
Wow, some big logs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting very hard to get now, actually. But they used to use it for the bearings on the ship's props and everything, because it's waterproof and self-lubricating, basically.
Yeah.
And in pulley blocks and things for like the big 4 master ships.
Yes. That's why I thought it would have been a good wood to be used for docks and jetties and stuff.
It's very rarely used on docks because it was too valuable to be used for other things. A lot of the old bowling balls, like lawn bowls, are made out of lignum vitae.
There you go, Yappy. Go look at that picture I just sent you. I'll send it to you too, Robbo. It's just a piece that I found that looks really similar to Yappy's.
Oh, yeah. Or another timber it may be is green. Don't laugh, it's just called green tree.
I still laughed.
Yeah.
What's it called when it's dried?
Right?
What's the green tree called when it's dried?
Oh,
Brown tree?
no, it's still green tree.
God, Google's so stupid sometimes. Twat. No, I don't reckon that wood's dark, Robbo.
Sorry?
I don't reckon that wood's dark enough. The only dark pieces I'm seeing of that wood are like weathered pieces that have been chopped and left in the weather. Anywho, I'll send you the Google link, the Google search that I did. Wow, that's a link for you. Jeez, glad you don't have to write that one down. See, it will look more like that first picture I sent you, didn't it, really?
No, that's not they've just got, that's a green tree, like a wet tree they're talking about there. There's actually, I'm pretty sure it's called just green tree.
Yep.
They use it for axle bearings in farm trailers and rollers.
Look, Amber's listening to Akadaka now.
Oh, and Yappy, that link I sent you for the segmented bowl turning is all in metric.
That's expensive. If that's the legnum stuff, then that's expensive stuff. Huh? Wow.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Cool. Someone's got 2 pieces. They're 3 by 3 by 12, and he wants $200 for them. It's like, what? You get if that's what the wood is, Yappy, you could get a really nice penny for that. And if they want to know why it costs so much, tell them, look, it blunt my tools. I've got to buy new ones somehow.
Excuse me.
Oh, I just said that wood's pretty expensive from what I've seen, Yappy. If you should bump the price right up on that one, whatever you think you were going to put on it, double it. And then if they complain about the price, just tell them it broke all your tools and you got to buy new ones. So.
Well, everything I checked on at Yappy was imperial, metric at least.
Maybe Yappy's phone converted it. Was the Detroit one, was that weekly or was that monthly?
Monthly, I think they're meeting. They've got a workshop this Saturday, I think.
Oh yeah, I did read about that. I'd have to have my own lathe going then. I'm not going to be bothered with that. I mean, if all the clubs out there did that, you'd never get any sleep, really, would you?
This has
all the clubs
been
around the world.
bad fortnight for sleep for me, I tell you.
Yes. They just started to catch up on sleep from Monday. And then had to get up early for this one.
Yes, with you, Tommy.
Yeah. It was very interesting. Never been to a British turning club before. Never been to an Australian one, to be honest.
Yeah, Tommy's more likely to know what timber it is than I am, Yappy.
What are we waiting for?
Don't be too long. Don't be too long, Statesman. My fingers will wear out.
Yeah, the AWGB is on Zoom. Stace, did you hear that? My tea's ready. I can't remember his name.
Who? What?
TF Turnings. Is that him? That's the only TF that I know of. Boobinger. Tim, there you go. Well, I don't know any difference, Dice.
No, the AWGB is an organisation that governs a lot of the clubs.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run away. Amber's giving me 2 warnings to say tea's ready, and then she comes out the door. Did you hear me? Tea's ready. So I was like, well, I did then.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for coming in, ladies and gents.
See you later.
Bye. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.